Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate Roman Restoration. And in previous episodes we started setting up our battle lines here, but they did manage to kind of get through there. We're still trying to kill a lot of them trying to pass through here, but they will probably start going around here now. They'll repair the troops there eventually. I'm not sure that they have a huge amount of production. Well, at least their demand for military goods seems to be much higher. If we have a quick look at their diplomacy, their production compared to their demand that's a bit of a difference. I mean, it's rather easy to get such a difference, of course, but I think we might be okay. Pulling back my tanks from that offensive, and it's just protecting the road right now until we get more supplies, and we should be fine. At least we should be driving them away. And I did realize that we have a fair bit of extra troops in Italy now, so I already gave some orders there, but not all of them. I could easily give orders for this group to actually get over here. And it must sound... seems a bit rough. I'm actually getting slightly sick. Not to mention I just woke up, so it's mostly the morning voice, I suppose. Right, so we got a little bit of troops here. I think I'll send these to the... bloody hell, map not working with me today. I just wish that these options would actually get down if you're not hovering over them. But since you have something selected, they will not do that, which is rather infuriating at times. Right, so we got a little bit extra mechanized troops heading east, and I believe we are still producing some troops here. Yeah, we got plenty of tanks here. What we could do with these is either prepare for an attack on Spain again, or I think we just need to get more troops on the border against the Soviets. I think I'll actually assign these over there. Or is there actually... no, there's no... there is a crossing there. Okay, so that might be something that we'll need to defend. But I'll mostly focus on defending the crossings here on the Soviet front, because that's pretty much the only thing that I'll have troops, considering that I do need to hold them here in the Caucasus front as well. Now I'm gonna do a quick strike on the enemy troops there with my infantry. Now the enemy is certainly taking a lot of damage here, which is good for us. And we bought more oil from Venezuela, since Romania is unable to provide all of it. Or I'm a bit skeptic about their capabilities of providing all of it, since a lot of their oil fields are not that far away from the Soviets. I'm kind of just holding on for those. Right, so we did get the extra marines here. Still got a little bit ways to go, but it shouldn't really be a problem. Okay, the enemy is moving in more tanks through there. And that's a kill. Now these marines have been rather successful. I need to pull that single letter back. Over there, we're building the barracks there, but it's not being built extremely quickly. Oh, that's another kill. The thing is, since the enemy doesn't have much in terms of supplies, they won't be able to do much damage on us, but they will do a little bit every now and then. And we are running a bit low on supplies as well. Now, of course, once we get our oil problems fixed, so to speak, should be fine again, but until then we may end up losing a little bit of troops. Well, where goes the BTs? Now I wonder if I can actually drop the enemy numbers from... all the Soviet numbers, military-wise, from 1.86 million to, I don't know, 1.5 million or something like that along this war. That might help. Right, where are these marines moving in? They're moving up there. How about... we move them over there. Let's scrap all of these. Entrench over there. So that is going to protect the flank around here a little bit. And the flank around here might not be very safe actually. But we got a lot of artillery that I can shoot there. Oh crap. That's taking a fair bit of damage there. Run away! Yeah, the anti-tank guns are a bit nasty. Haven't managed to destroy them due to the lack of supplies. Yeah, the speeds are not doing all that great. Germany is selling us agriculture. Sure, I'll take that. I'll probably move these artillery pieces a little bit closer to be able to fire upon the enemies there. That might help destroying the enemy. Yeah, those anti-tank guns are currently the biggest problem that we have. Let's send in another tank there. Not necessarily the best option to use there, but it's mostly the only option that we have available currently, and we need to pull back another one. I do have a fear that we could send there. Okay, we're finally destroying some of the units there. Still anti-tank gun over there, but I think we destroyed the one over here. Or it moved over there. Okay, that might be it. Okay, another frigate needs to pull back. Unfortunately, we still don't have the barracks there, which means that we'd have to repair pretty far away, I think. We do have a bit more infantry coming up, but it's still taking a long while for them to move in. And then we do have some motorized troops approaching from here, I believe. Yep. So we are getting reinforcements. It's not very quick. Now, how? We don't have a shortage of fuel as much, at least, anymore. We still have a tiny bit of lacking production, I suppose. How much are we losing, or how far are we on these? I think we've paused these. Oh right, because we're building more around here where we're not. Yeah, we are working on these two. Still taking a long while to build this, but we'll probably get a little bit extra oil there, and then especially once we take over the oil fields in Baku and Maikop and all that. That should help, but to get there we need oil. We need a lot of oil. Canada and Romania made ceasefire. Okay, they're starting to flank from there. That's not great. Let's send a couple tanks over there. Okay, the Marines are starting to be in their element, which is forest by the looks of it, but at least they're protecting this flank, so our stronghold here, so to speak, will hold. And we got tank deck 34. Hold on. Oh, right, we actually have a bit too few things currently researching. We can probably get the tank deck 44 and warhead effectiveness, and maybe anti-tank rifles. Not sure if that actually unlocks anything interesting. And we did unlock some new tanks. Not sure if any of these are particularly good. There's the P-43, which is 810 and has 12 ground defense. If we have a look at the tank that we currently have, which was the P-40, it would actually be better. So I will put that up to be researched. Okay, we're protecting the artillery there now. These troops I will probably have to send for repairs, which will take a while for them to actually reach anything, but it will be quicker that way still, because the building of the barracks is just taking an awful lot of time. Let's send in another unit from here to help defend that corridor. Why are you not moving? You're gonna die. No, did you actually survive? You did actually survive, okay. And why is this not... Okay, well, at least the Marines are doing a decent job protecting this gap here, but a lot of our troops are now very low on... or having a lot of difficulties, so what I'm going to do... I'm going to move my Marines down here, cut off this corridor entirely, push the enemy out from here, hopefully. Because the anti-tank guns won't be able to do much on them. And they seem to have a lot of them, as well as a lot of motorized engineers. But the Marines are pretty much our only hope right now. Speaking of which, let's move up there and destroy the engineer groups there. And yeah, the shortages are starting to grow on our side as well. Okay, that's one kill. A couple of kills around here. Well, at least we're pushing them. Oh yeah, that's at least one kill. Push them back. I think I'm gonna entrench... Hold on, is this... That is still dense forest, so we can actually stay there. Just, you know, entrench there. For the time being. Okay, another Fiat needs to be pulled back. That is not great. Which is exactly why we need to bring in the Marines here. Destroy that, so we can... then get some of these troops away. They don't have much in terms of artillery, but our artillery seems to be constantly lacking supplies, which is not great, and not to mention these troops are just refusing to move, as they do. Okay, we lost the tank there. Not particularly happy about that, not gonna lie. Well, at least the artillery got a few shots in there, but not enough. And now they are using artillery on our infantry here. That's not great. Okay, Fiat, pull back, you idiot! And you, Fiat, as well, you don't stay there. Pull back, move, 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 move. Okay, that stack is a bit annoying, but with our infantry we might be able to push them back. As soon as we get in there. Yeah, pushing a lot of their troops back now. And this one needs to pull back. That sounds like a lot of submarines firing on enemy... Oh, battleship there. Okay, well that's nice. There's one less in the Black Sea Fleet. Wait a minute, you're not supposed to go there. Okay, so at least we pushed the majority of the enemy troops away from here, but now they're going around there to Georgia. Well, these troops need to go for repairs. They won't be able to do that here. We do have a lot of extra troops arriving here. I'm just going to move them up this way. I'm going to have to use the infantry around here. Probably mostly infantry on this line, at least this section of the line. Then the tanks can probably start moving over here to clear out that area, and maybe clear out that. If we can hold the crossing there, and then start clearing out further east, that would be nice. Still waiting a lot of troops. Which we don't have. Not here yet, anyway. Is that... No, that seems to be a tank destroyer. And that's another kill count. I mean, these Marines have been very useful. throughout the entire battle. We're still having a decent bit of... Okay, we are using a fair bit of our industry for construction. Which can be a good and bad thing. Okay, so how far... Oh, they're going all the way there to repair. Fair enough. Well, that's along the road, so it's not that bad, really. Apparently we got some regular infantry coming in as well, but at this point, I'll take it. And yeah, our economy is having a huge problem with military goods right now, so we won't be able to fight very efficiently. But at least the enemy is being forced back. If nothing else, then at least that. Suppose I'll take these, start moving around here to at least protect the flank. I have to pull some troops back and send in more reinforcements here. And there's a lot of Marines and Special Forces here, which is going to be very useful, especially on this front. We do have a tiny bit of supplies there, just not very much. As soon as we get the barracks here, which is still not actually being built, probably due to lack of supplies. Pull one of the Marines back already. And they send in KV-1 against the Marines, but the Marines hold the line quite well. Okay, so we got another tank here that is in need of repairs. I think those were the troops that the battleship intercepted on the way, or something like that. Must have been. Okay, so the Romanians are still kind of holding the line here, just not very well, I think. And how's the situation here? The Soviets haven't reached any of the crossings quite yet, but that's fine by me. We move these, entrench in that town. Is there anything else? We do get some artillery over here. I'm actually going to move some of you over there instead. Some of them can probably stay there for the time being. Right, so we got the infantry arriving. Hopefully we're going to set up a little bit more around here. And then start pushing over this way, I think. If we have enough troops, we might be able to take out the garrisons at the airfield. I don't think we currently have that, but eventually we might be able to do that. Okay, that's another KV-1 approaching, but luckily, if nothing else, then at least the Soviets are having a huge lack of military goods as well, so both sides are not fighting very efficiently. I have to pull this one back a little bit. No point sending it all the way to the barracks here, because it's going to take a little week or two for it to arrive there. With the lack of supplies, at least 2 weeks. Okay, we might have enough troops here now to actually take out the airfield. Maybe. It's only 2 of them. I think we can do this. We do it real quick. We are kind of wasting some supplies here, I suppose, but if we can take that, we can easily fortify it and move the front line here a little bit. Then once we get a bit more reinforcements, or have more of the troops repaired and the infantry over there relieving some of the tanks, then we can clear out this and probably push all the way there. We got the town. Now time to push the enemy out. Come on, you need to move in there before the enemy does. probably move this artillery group a little bit closer. Right, so we've got a lot of infantry here. Let's take the special forces. And a marine. Entrench over there. Also set up... Oh, right, they got artillery over there. Interesting. So if I was to get some artillery over here, I'm not sure if we'd have supplies, but we might be able to bombard the enemy artillery to pieces. Now, this is still a bit of a weak gap here, but I think they have kind of given up trying to get through here for the time being. Okay, pull back, I suppose, since you can't actually take that yet. There we go. Right, so now that we got this area here, why don't we move up a little bit? Now, where is that? I can hear some fighters being shot down. It's probably... Oh, yeah. It's over here. The British are coming indeed. Right. Got another submarine down here. Let's gather up more at... Caen. Oh, right, and we got the radar station here, so we can actually see a little bit around there. Potentially provide some information. Right, so we got the submarines there. Do we have any more around? We do actually have a submarine down here. Basically, we'll just have a huge amount of submarines here. Once we control, or like we have 7 submarines there or something like that, then we'll gather up another set of submarines and start going around and killing their navy, especially if we can get rid of the battleships that they have, and then we can get more troops on the shoreline here. To make sure that if they manage to get through there, which they still haven't, oddly enough, I mean, they're probably just out of supplies, really. And now, there is one thing that might be a problem here, is that once we destroy enough of their troops, they will actually be able to supply their troops a bit better, because there's less troops to be supplied. But it's still a bit of a risky proposition. I'm assuming... Nope. No progress has been made there. Send in these two here. Actually, just one of them. Send the special forces in there. Then maybe another, all the remaining infantry around here. So we'll have a decently strong entrenched position here in the dense forest. And then we can need to start clearing out more of this area here. Or maybe first that one, or we can push closer to that one at least to see how strong garrisons they are. If they're not too strong, then I think... Oh, hello. Don't think you'll run away. Nope. And they got killed as well. Excellent. Now we can probably move the Fiat down this way again. Descending... Oh, it's actually going around. There we go, another kill. That is... oh, they're sending the pack artilleries, which probably were around there, but were repaired. So they can at least repair their stuff. That's good to know. It's not a great thing for us, but it's good to know. We can do things about that. Right, I don't think we have more troops arriving right now. We do have probably a little bit still here in Italy. We've got some special forces and all that. I could probably do a sea transport with these all the way, for example, there, and then move them across the land. I think we need more special forces on this front here. Right, so this group of infantry can entrench over there. And then these can probably move this way. There we go, another kill. Okay, how big of a demand do we have now? 3,700, so it's actually not growing all that much. Not to mention, we're using a bit less on construction, so that means that we might have done some repairs or something somewhere. There's been a little bit of progress here, just not all that much. I wonder who would be willing to sell us some... USA might be willing to sell us a little bit extra. No, it's too expensive for us right now. But anyway, we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.